You're good. Go ahead. Thanks, guys, for waiting.
Thoughts? Emotions right now?
Yeah, you're all over the place right now, Phil. All over the place, and these kids have unbelievable courage. You know, and their courage didn't start after we beat Marquette. Their courage started when they were freshmen, and we tried real hard, but we couldn't win. And somehow they kept coming back and wanted to get better, and they never got detracted to kind of venture to what everyone else might have been saying, that you made a mistake, you shouldn't have gone to school there. Oh, Frank's a loudmouth, Those kids came in, they believed in what we were doing from day one, and they're taking me for an unbelievable ride right now.
You ran right over to the front section of that, the fan section. Why was that the first spot, other than just your family being there?
My wife and kids. Yeah. It's 5 years ago. I believed in the people that spoke to me about this job. And my wife was very comfortable in the community that we were in, and she never hesitated. And she's a tax accountant by trade, and she gave up her career to help me chase it when I was a underpaid assistant coach. And she raises our kids. The last 5 years have been hard, man. I haven't been home. I've been trying to build a program, build a fan base, obviously recruiting, she's moved into a community where she knew no one, and she's handled our children and taken care of our home, and she's my backbone. She's been unbelievable, and I needed to go over there and let them know how much I loved them.
Coach, how much did it mean to you just to see the joy in your players' eyes after you talk about the work, the journey, and to have this moment here tonight in front of Gamecock Nation had to be extra special?
Yeah, we almost didn't close the game out because of that, and I understood. They got wrapped up in the moment. We got a chance to win this. Can you believe this? And then we had a couple silly breakdowns that made it into a 5-point game, and now it puts unbelievable pressure on free throws. But how about Felder just going to the line and shooting them like he's been doing it his whole life? And he's a good free throw shooter, but it's just the moment. It's once, even with 18 seconds to go, I thought that somehow there's a 9-point play coming. I really do. And all of a sudden I looked up and the clock was running 7-6, and I saw Coach walking towards me, and I said, wow. And that's when it hit me.
Why was your defense, especially in the first half, so good at turning them over?
It's what we've done all year, Phil. I mean, it's, PJ, Dwayne, Sindarius are a problem for people on the perimeter. They're big, they're strong, they're long. They understand what we do. Kotsar has become a very good defender for us. So I know he missed some shots, but he's playing so much better again. Chris is my problem child. He makes mistakes, and I'm all over him all the time, but he is relentless with his desire to do better. Then we run zone in the second half, and played a lot of zone. And I didn't want to. Watching Duke on tape, anytime they get behind, they just start driving the ball. And I didn't want that to happen and put them in the bonus and shoot the free throws. And so we went zone, and I think it kind of slowed them down a little bit. But we're a good defensive team. The season's proven that.
What can you say about Thornwell's performance, these 2 games on the biggest stage?
He's a stud. He's a stud. He's awesome. And I'm going to pick on media again right now. For the media to not vote him preseason, all conference, shouldn't have done that. We don't work because of what others say, but that young man has unbelievable pride, and he's a stud, and I'm happy he plays for me.
Coach, what message do you think you guys delivered to the nation? I don't know how big you are in that, but do you feel like South Carolina's arrived? You probably felt that earlier than us, but I mean, just tonight beating Duke, does that send an extra message?
We haven't arrived. It's a great moment for South Carolina basketball. It's a great moment for our state, great moment for our program. All the former players, coaches, everyone that's been a part of this for so many years, trying to build it. It's a great moment for these kids that on that platform against Duke. It's we don't have to talk about how good they are. That they were able to perform the way they did, but we haven't arrived. You know, it's we've got a lot of work to do. We continue to try and get better. And, you know, I think Sindari said at the press conference, you know, just one game at a time. It's 6-1 games, 6 sets of one game. And if you win, you get another chance. And I'm just ecstatic that I got to watch film and practice and get to coach these kids for another day.
You touched on Chris Silva there, but how important was he to what you guys were able to do in the second half?
Huge. I thought yesterday, I thought we took threes when we had to. I thought today we settled for too many quick threes. And that was a big part of what we wanted to do, which was get the ball inside. Now, Chris was very nervous. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but he had opportunities in the first half to score, and he missed shots, he fumbled balls, but he stayed with it. And then to start the second half, we made it a point to throw it to him, and you know, he played strong and unbelievably proud of him.
How do you guys handle this week in terms of juggling the responsibilities of the national media and then trying to prepare for Baylor and just being focused on the task at hand?
Yeah, we'll do the media tomorrow. We don't practice tomorrow. We'll do the media stuff tomorrow, get it over and done with. We'll probably meet with our players sometime tomorrow night and lay the groundwork for the rest of the week. And we got to do what we did this week. Go practice and worry about who we playing Baylor. Go worry about preparing for Baylor and go out there and give it our best shot. See what happens.
Do you practice the same way, or the same intensity, or do you? No changing that.
Yeah, that's how we practiced yesterday. We're just not going to go for 2.5 hours. And, you know, I told you what mistake I made years ago. Getting ready to play Butler, and on the day off, I was real easy, and we slept walking through the game. I wasn't making that mistake this year.
Frank, you guys scored the most second half points against a Coach K team. What does that mean to you?
We just shot 70% from the field. I mean, it's for us to have played so well. I thought we played well defensively the whole game, but for us to have played so well offensively in the second half, we made some crazy shots. I mean, PJ made a crazy shot on the baseline. Chris made a crazy left-hand shot there, you know, but the ball went in for us. And I'm not going to apologize for the ball going in. You know, we lost a game to Alabama at home where nothing went in. We lost to Alabama in the conference tournament where nothing went in. I've seen us have open shots that didn't go in. So I'm just not surprised that our players had the courage to go play that way in the second half.
Did Kay have any special message for you when y'all met after the game?
Yeah, he just said, best of luck, Frank. Best of luck. You're building something special at South Carolina. And, you know, I read what he said about our team, and for Coach K to say what he said, you know, it's still the little kid in me watching his teams play, and unbelievable compliment. And that's not because of who I am; it's because of the way those kids play in that locker room. That's coaches respect the way teams play, and for coach to say that to me is the ultimate compliment, because I try to get our guys ready to play.
That locker room is pretty drenched. What happened in there, and what was that scene like for you guys?
That's the new wave. You know, football, they dump an ice bucket on you on the sideline. You know, the new thing in the coaching in college basketball now is, you know, you got to get a raincoat and put it on before you go in if you win a game in the tournament. It's, but you know what? It's an unbelievable moment for us. You know, those kids are special group, man. Special group.
Did you dance again?
Last question.
Phil, you must forget that I've got that Cuban root in me, and I can do a little salsa. I don't know if I'm very good dancing. My wife says I can't dance the other stuff, but I got a little motion in my hips now, Phil. I didn't recruit over my head to get married because I'm stiff now. I'm got a little motion every once in a while, Phil.
Last question to John.
Frank, what does this do for recruiting, especially for in-state kids who may want to look out of state?
Anytime you have an opportunity to play on that big stage and play a program like Duke, you got to figure out a way to make it happen when you're building a program. It validates who we are to young people. You know, there's young kids, whether it's in our state or the surrounding states or wherever, that watch that game and said, wow, I love how they play. I can't believe how good Sindari Thorne was. I might want to be that one day. You know, but we as coaches have to do our jobs now. We got to keep coaching these kids because it's what's important right now, and take advantage of what opportunity, the platform that they've given us to build recruiting. I think we've recruited better every year we've been here. We've got to take advantage of this momentum to recruit even better than we have.
Thanks, guys.